what pregnancy brings about. Y'all don't hear me now. But when I grew up, I knew nothing about the vocabulary word menstruation. I had basically got slapped and had to call the word of their menstrual cycle, because we were calling it, where I was from, period. Oh, see, look at everybody deep. What? Some of y'all were deep and said, I got a visitor. But anyone that visits every month ain't no visitor. Y'all ain't talking. That's a roommate. If you stay with me, you're gonna be blessed. Because those who've been here know that's an educated man. You better not just laugh. You better hear where he's going. He going somewhere. Oh, I don't talk just to be hearing myself talk. I'm going somewhere. Remarkable to me, if it's called menstruation, which sounds close to ministry, but it has the word man in it. Y'all hear? If it's called cycle, which means a thing that repeats itself, and if you put R or E, it's recycle. But if it's called period, the word that y'all say is disgusting, then I'm gonna make it prophetic. You let the devil know, because y'all got less than a week to be on this cycle. And I'm telling all of y'all, when the month is over, you tell the devil, I'm off this period. Y'all ain't talking. There's something about, I just like the word period more than cycle, because I don't plan on going through this another day of my life. How about I ain't dealing with this anymore? And some of y'all are so serious about your future that you're about to make serious decisions that could make you look stupid, but you're tired of being on this long cycle. Well, I do know something about, y'all excuse me, I love you. I do know something about menstruation. I don't know much because that was not my field of work. But I do understand this, that the woman with the issue of blood, she was on the longest menstrual cycle that anyone in the Bible ever experienced, which meant for three things, and folk will talk. If it stayed on 12 straight years, and you know what the menstrual cycle is doing, then that means she's really not diseased. She has something in her that has not come out yet. It's taken 12 years for this particular thing, oh, y'all don't hear me, to be dealt with. Y'all better loose the man and let the man go. And when a woman really knows her body, really knows herself, because before you can come into yourself and get married, you've got to find out who you are. And you don't know who you are at 20. See, I ain't got no 25. 30. You don't know who you are. Jesus ain't start preaching till he was 30, and at 20 and at 32, I wish I had one man. He asked Peter, who do men say I am? And that's at a 32-year-old Jesus. You may know what you want to be. Now my young people ain't talking to me no more. But a woman that really knows who she is, two things she ought to know, with or without. And I want to know who's going to be bold and take this as history. She can feel when it's coming on. And she knows her body enough to know when it's going on. So Jesus didn't tell the woman she was healed. When she touched him, she knew she was healed because she felt in her body. Y'all ain't talking. Oh, y'all don't hear me. She felt when the cycle stopped. And some of y'all ain't gonna catch this prophecy because you too quiet. The reason why y'all here all week and shouting and staying to 12 midnight, because you feel something is about to stop. The issue is about to be resolved. There's something that you're struggling with that you gotta flush. It can't go with you. It cannot go with you past July. This is Independence Month. Oh, this is free at last, free at last. Thank God Almighty. The devil had the first 6 months from January to June. God snatching it from July all the way. You've been bleeding for the past 5 years. Sit. Now, she felt in her body, not in the spirit, in her body, which meant she knew when she was delivered. She didn't need a prophecy. She knew. She knew. So if she had what most theologians agree with, because instead of things getting better, it got worse and she spent all her money at the hospital, then that means she had back then modern day HIV. If she was AIDS positive, then this is proof that God can heal incurable diseases. The reason why she couldn't get healed is there was no medication. So what did it for her was the blood. Y'all ain't talking. And there's something. Oh, y'all still quiet. And when you've been cut and the womb ain't closed, it's because the blood is trying to flush your system of all that silly stuff. I need a husband. You need Jesus. I need money. You need, and if you ain't hollering, then I guess you're still on your cycle. Be seated and let me teach. All to Jesus I surrender. Sit. All to, because y'all pushing me. All to Jesus I surrender. All to him I freely give. I shall ever love and trust him. In his presence daily live. Now, when you get this miracle, like the woman with the issue of blood, you are going to basically come against a hater. It might be a family member, relative. It might even be your own wife or husband. I mean, hey, hard to say. But when she got healed, 2 things occurred. Do me a favor, even though you're clean. I want you to get on your knees and crawl all the way to the man in the white pants. Slower. She presses. Well, she fully can't walk because when you've been on a long cycle, you're basically, number one, you're lightheaded. Y'all quite, you're faint. You're frustrated, you're angry. But slow down. But one thing that a woman can remember, even sick, is some clothes. Oh yeah, she said if I can touch his garment. I don't care how sick a woman is. You say I'm gonna buy you something, go ahead and make sure it's blue. Now you mentioned clothes. You want to know whether a woman's dying? Mention a mink or something and say you're gonna buy diamonds, and if she responds, she ain't dead. When she gets there, touch his hem of his garment. She touches that. On this, we're going to take a 20-second praise break if y'all will help me. I'm waiting on you. He just crawled from here all the way there, being the woman with the issue of blood. She is bleeding, hemorrhaging on her way there. There is no diaper or anything that can hold the blood. She is there, but then she feels in her body that she is healed. The blood stops. She gets up. Come on, man. And she hides. No, she don't shout. She hide herself. She goes somewhere and she hide herself. And Jesus has to make her come out of hiding. Oh, y'all hear it? So that she's not ashamed of what he did. But now when you get what's yours and you know you got it, nobody else know, only you know, you and him. He knew, he said, your faith made you whole. Nobody else knew. He said, all these people touching you. He said, but this was a special touch. The only people that knew what happened was her and him. Y'all ain't talking. But certain people are gonna look at what you have, try to trace it to a baby daddy, shack and whatever, and that's because you left a trail of blood. But the only reason why they see your blood is in order to look at it, they gotta look at your past. Y'all ain't talking. And some of y'all are worried because whenever you get in your future, you will leave a trail. Now, if you want to talk about my trail, have fun. Y'all ain't. I need some house out there. You want to talk about that? Have fun. But this is the issue for 5 screamers. After she got healed and Jesus announces it, but the blood on her dress is still fresh. And people are going to